Hey guys, Charles Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Rise of the Beast, Beast Weaponizer 2-pack, Scorponok, and Sandspear. So, here they are, and yeah, so this is the third Beast Weaponizer 2-pack set that we got in Rise of the Beasts. But what's interesting about this set is that, unlike Prime and Primal, this one right here is actually not part of the main Rise of the Beast line. Well, technically it is, but it's actually part of the Rise of the Beast subline in Buzzworthy Bumblebee. Now, this most likely could be due to, the 1-year delay and stuff, and, that's the reason why we have the Jungle Mission 3-packs in addition to the individual deluxe figures, because, the movie's delayed. And yeah, like a lot of the reasons why there's a lot of Rise of the Beast figures and Buzzworthy Bumblebee is again because of the delay, but so I wouldn't be too shocked if that's the reason why this set end up in there. But honestly, I don't care. I mean, as long as I can get some more cool figures here, I'm still happy as is. But as always, before we take a look at the figure, or in this case figures, we always take a look at the packaging right here. So here it is, and it's full, and yeah, so it's basically a Buzzworthy Bumblebee-ified version of, the Beast Weaponizer 2-pack packagings that we've seen before. It's the same shape and stuff, well, mostly except for, Bumblebee's head thing here. But yeah, it's what we've seen before, just a lot more simplistic, because, it's just yellow and stuff, but yeah. Anyways, right here, looking at it a bit closer, of course, you got Bumblebee's face, Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Bright on Scorponok Sandspear, and then you get a little product shot right there. On the side, it says Beast Weaponizer 2-pack, and what's interesting here is that it doesn't use any, CGI renders of the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. It actually uses the render of Prime that they used on the SS-38 Prime from, Studio Series, which is the Bumblebee movie Prime, the Voyager. So that's kind of funny. But it's kind of interesting to see them reuse that render, because they ain't, really use it a lot. And on the side here, we got a render here of Scorponok. So this is the first, just give you guys a nice look at it. And you get to see what he looks like in the movie. Hooray! And Transformers Rise of the Beast. And on the back, I got some product shots here and stuff. And yes, as always, part of Beast Alliance. And there's all this down here. And that's pretty much it for the packaging. So let's bring back in Sandspear and Scorponok, so you know who's who. I mean, it's pretty obvious that Scorponok would be the bigger one, but, just want to make sure you guys all know. So, yeah. Here they are. And, yeah, and I gotta say, I mentioned this in my reviews of Primal and Prime, but this, I didn't really know then, but now I'm starting to fill with these, sets. I started to realize, this might be my favorite subline, in the Beast Alliance portion of the Rise of the Beast mainline. Outside of the Deluxes and Voyagers, this, might be my favorite, because, I just really like how it comes with, a sort of Scout class, maybe a little bit taller than the Scout class, scaled figure, and, has a decent outpost ability and stuff, and has nice detail. It is nice basic figures that come with, little Bowmasters. I think that's a really cool concept and stuff. So, yeah, this might be my favorite of the Beast Alliance side of the Rise of the Beast mainline. These little Beast Weaponizers, Beast Weaponizer 2-packs, and I hope they do more. I know they're doing an RC one that comes with, I think, Sheetor, and I know they're doing one with Wheeljack, and that I know comes with Rhinox, but yeah, of course, since I'm really liking these guys, I'll definitely get those. But yeah, before we take a look at Scorponok, let's take a look at little Sandspear right here. We'll focus on his Scorpion mode. And yeah, so this is the Bowmaster that Scorponok comes with. And yeah, I really like how the Sandspear turned out. He's just basically Scorponok Jr. right here. But still pretty cool. And yeah, there's the face sculpts. Really nice. I really like the silver that they used, especially up here, the details. He's got great details up here, but that paint really, highlights things. And yeah, really nice sculpting and stuff. And yeah, so it's hollow in there, but it's alright. And yeah, so there's a little Sandspear. For articulation on this guy, he does have a little bit. So his arms are on ball joints, so I can't move him back that far. And then kind of like if you can't really move it back like down under because of his legs being in the way. But yeah, that's as low as I guess it can get. And a little in and out movement, if depends on where you have it positioned though. So he's got some articulation in the the arms, shoulders mainly, and of course as you can rock his tail back and forth. But that's kind of it. It's pretty limited. You can't move the legs, but it's it is what it is. Still pretty neat. So for a quick little size comparison, here he is with what was the name of this thing? I forgot the name. I forgot the name of this already. Yeah. And here he is with Arrow Stripe. This one I remember. Like I remember this one's Arrow Stripe. The other one, I forgot the name of the other one. This is one that came with Prime. But yeah. So yeah, there's the comparisons. Now, before we move on, I have a quick little theory. So you know how in the trailers you see like Primal like swinging around and eating all those little scorpion dudes. This might make me think that the Sandspear may be similar to Freezer, as in it's not just one character. It's multiple, like a multiple army that bears the same name. So like you have Freezers, well now you have Sandspears and stuff like that. It's kind of like that. So like Scorponok is an army of Sandspears. If that's the case, which it seems very likely, then I think that's pretty cool. That's just my theory before the movie comes out. Again, I don't see until next Thursday, so we shall see. So yeah, but anyways, let's move on here to the main man right here, Scorponok. And yeah, the first and only confirmed Predacon for the movie. Although we technically, I don't think, have really seen him in the trailers. It's considering that we got Toy here and we got the little Sandspear scorpions. I think it's pretty pretty obvious that this guy's going to be in it, which is cool because they did tease that Predacons would be in the movie, so we have to have at least one. It'd be nice if there's a bit more, but again, there's 2 sequels to Rise of the Beast on the way, so hopefully in those we'll get the rest of the Predacons, including Megatron. Yes. Obligatory, yes, right there. But yeah, so anyways, let's take a look at Scorponok right here. Not the first time there's been a character Scorponok in the live-action movies, since, of course, in the 2007 movie, we had the other Scorponok. That one was a Decepticon, kind of closer to the G1 Scorponok, although not really, besides, he's a Decepticon Scorponok, because, of course, in G1, he was like a giant titan, and in the 07 movie, he was a tiny little scorpion, Robo-Scorpion. But yeah, let's take a look at the details here. It's like the face sculpt. Really nice. I think this looks really nice, even for like these Beast Weaponizers. Really cool. Yeah, I like the orange that they have here. And of course, got silver here for the claws. And I really like what they did here with the legs. It's like this like sort of gunmetal gray, like right up here. But then it like becomes like this sort of, I don't know how to describe it. It's a gunmetal gray, but then there's some green fade in. That just looks really cool. I don't know why. It looks so cool. Like, it looks better in hand as well. Like, if you see this in hand, that's, yeah, impressive stuff. Here's the other side. It's got some green up here. And up here as well. I like how it fades in. And you got green here as well. It's a lot more strong here. And you got green on the tail. And I like the details that they put in here as well. The sculpting and all looks really nice. And here as well, yeah, and it looks pretty shiny, like especially again in hand. I mean, even on camera here, it kind of shows a little bit, but it doesn't do it justice because it's really nice. Yeah, lots of great sculpting on this guy and paint job. Yeah, I didn't expect that. Like when I first saw this, it's like, okay, well this is kind of a neat little bonus to these Beast Weaponizers, but man, they really knocked it out of the park for this one. And we don't really know what Scorponok looks like in the movie, besides that one little render that we saw on the side of the packaging. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Now for articulation, just like Sandspear, his legs do not move. His tail does swing around because it is on a ball joint, and that's mainly also because it will become a weapon in the other mode. But I think the reason why it moves around is mainly because it's his tail. So yeah, so it does move around side to side, and then the tip of the tail is also on a ball joint, so you can get some up-down movement, side to side, and yeah. And the arms, of course, do move, up, down, oh, well, they're right here, then out that way, and yeah, nothing for the head. the arms, you know, already have articulation because, you know, it kind of, you know, already kind of needs it for, you know, robot mode. But yeah, really good, pretty good, except for the legs. He can't move his legs. You just have to go. But yeah. So yeah. Anyways, now for the size comparisons here in the alt mode. Here he is with Optimus Prime, the, of course, Beast Weaponizer 1, and here he is with Optimus Primal. So we got Maximal and Predacon action going on here. Still not quite Primal and the big purple dinosaur, but still close enough, I guess. Not really, yeah, except it being a Predacon. But yeah, so yeah, let's get right down to this guy's transformation. So starting off, yep, you got parts for him, boo-hoo. And yeah, so you gotta remove the tail here. But that is necessary because, you know, there's not really any other place to put it. Because those are between the legs of, you know, the robot mode. And speaking of which, so starting off here, let's bring up the legs here. And then we're gonna want to do here is, because there's like little hinges here, like at the lower part of the thigh. You just want to fold those all the way out, and then there you go. And then next, you just want to split apart the legs, and then after that, just kind of stand them up, and the camera. So then next, you just want to bring down this panel here, and it'll go down to there. And then swivel the head forwards, so the, you know, so he's facing us, not at the back. And then next, bring down the arms, and then flip up the shoulder pads. And once you got that all done, there you guys, and maybe move the legs back a little bit, the little scorpion legs. And once you guys got that all done, there you guys have Scorponok in his robot mode. And yeah, I gotta say, this actually is a pretty cool design for Scorponok. It still somewhat evokes, you know, how he looked in the Beast Wars cartoon and stuff. And yeah, really, really cool. So starting off, let's take a look at the head sculpt. This right here is a definite proof that, you know, they definitely still looked at the original design for Source, because, you know, he's kind of has that big chin they had in the cartoon, as well as that visor. For some reason though, like one of his visors is like lenses is normal, and then the other one has like some dotted detail in it. Not sure if that's supposed to be like where he like his targeting lens. I'm not sure, but yeah. And of course, you got the Predacon symbol there. So glad that we get to see, you know, a Predacon in the movie, because I was a little worried that we wouldn't get any, but yeah, at least we are. And really nice sculpting here for the chest. And even down here to the crotch section. And again, the arms too have a lot of great sculpting, and of course the legs. So you've, you know, already seen all this. Yeah, the paintwork is, you know, this is probably one of the most underrated paintworks that Hasbro's done. Here's the back. You know, is a little bit hollow in the back of the head there, but you know, I can move past it and stuff. Yeah, just really neat little Scorponok here. So yeah, now anyways, for the articulation, his head does swivel. It cannot look up or down, sadly. His shoulders do move out that far, and do move a full 180. Unfortunately, unlike Primal, this guy's shoulder pads do not click into place, so yeah, if you move it this way, then that's going to still bring it down regardless. So that is one complaint I have with this. And of course, he can swing his shoulders as well. He does have a ball joint at the elbow, so you can get a lot of movement there. He does not have a waist swivel. His legs do kick up this far, back that far, and out that far. And then his knees do bend a little over 9 degrees. And that's it. Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of articulation, but it's still pretty good, especially, again, for these Beast Weaponizers, because they don't typically have that much articulation, so it's wise to not expect him to have that much, because keep in mind, this is not a deluxe, even though this almost is deluxe scale in a way, but it isn't a deluxe, and, you know, but it's regardless, though, it still feels like one. Like, the other two, like Primal and Prime, like, they feel like, okay, they're not deluxes, but, you know, there's kind of more kidified versions of deluxe here, but this guy almost feels like a deluxe for some odd reason. I don't get it. This seems odd, but yeah. So there's that. Now let's move back. Oh wait, before that, I guess, well, we'll start off the accessory part now. But before we bring in Sandspear, as I was going to do, let's take a look again at his own weapon here. It's like this, it's his tail weapon right here. He can hold it. And there's a reason why, you know, you have to detach this, because, you know, this is where it attaches right here between the legs, and yeah, you don't want that rammed weapon just sticking out there and stuff, and his legs can't move at all. And yeah, no, there's not really any place to put that back here, and this hole is too small for, you know, to store that, so unfortunately you can't put that back here and stuff. So that's a little bit of a shame, but still you can get a pretty cool little club weapon out of it, so you can just go whack, whack, whack. So yeah, that's one of his accessories. So that's pretty notable. He's the first of these beast weaponizers to have you know, a weapon that's not a beast battle master or anything like that. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, now let's bring back in Sandspear right here, and let's transform him into his weapon mode. So what you want to do, start off here, is bring down the tail all the way to here, and then flip out the little knife-like blade, and then next bring out the claw hands, and then finally just flip out the little handle section right here all the way down. And so he should look like this. Here's from the side and the front. This is like a mugshot now. Just side view, front view. So yeah, once we got that all done, now we got Sandspear in his weapon mode. So you can attach that into the hand of Scorponok. And yeah, it's kind of cool, you know. It's a little ridiculous, but it's still quite kind of fun. You know, these big, you know, beast master, what do they call them, beast battle masters or something? Yeah, beast battle masters. They're really fun. Like, you know, even the individual ones, which I'll take a look at soon on my channel here. You know, the Rhinox, Cheetor, Skullcruncher, all really fun. Like they're addicting. And yeah, they're almost like a Pokemon. You gotta collect them all. So yeah. So anyways, now for the robot mode size comparisons. Here he is with Optimus Prime. I think I do remember the name of his Beast Battle Master. I think it's Chainclaw, if I'm not mistaken. Because I was thinking, it was like, oh wait, it's Chainclaw. That's what I think. And it might be. It might not be that, but I think that is the name of this guy right here. So many new names I have to memorize. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Chainclaw. So here's Prime with Chainclaw. And here he is with Prime, along with, or Primal, along with Aerostripe. And yeah. So there you guys have his robot mode size comparisons. And there you guys have my review for the Transformers Rise of the Beast, Beast Weaponizer 2-pack, Scorponok, and Sandspear. And yeah, I gotta say, this might be my favorite of, you know, the 3 Beast Weaponizer 2-packs out so far. Because, you know, you feel like, you know, I mean, well, first of all, this is like the first, you know, Scorponok figure we got from Rise of the Beast and stuff, so, I mean, it's kind of hard to compare to other figures, but even so, this doesn't really feel as much like, you know, Prime and Primal did, where they're just kind of, oh yeah, this fun little figures. Like this, I mean, this feels like that, but at the same time, it almost feels like, you know, kind of an older deluxe figures and sorts, you know, like a slightly articulated, restricted, articulation restricted, like, deluxe figure, it almost feels like, because, you know, this, you know, feels on its own level, sort of, like a level above, you know, again, Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal, so yeah, this is probably my favorite so far of, you know, these little Beast Weaponizer 2-packs. Yeah, really cool set. Would be nice, you know, if, again, he would have a bit more articulation, and same goes for, you know, Prime and Primal, but still, really nice, and I like how this guy has a weapon of his own, you know, that being, like, this little tail club thing, sorta. Really cool, and, yeah, really nice, and glad, you know, that we got a Predacon in this movie, so, yeah. So, yeah, before we wrap things up, I just want to let you guys know that because it is, you know, from Buzzworthy Bumblebee, you can only find it at Target, so don't expect to go into a Walmart or somewhere else and say, oh, hey, where's Scorponok? Because you're not going to find them there. Your best bet is, you know, either Target or maybe a secondhand market such as eBay. So, yeah, do be on the lookout for that. So, yeah, it doesn't seem like they're going to reissue this guy in mainline Rise of Beast packaging, so... But yeah, so anyways, guys, yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on this figure. So yeah, now, anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of these figures. So, anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.